Hello student, good morning. I am Dr. Ajay Kumar Sinha, Professor of Chemistry. Today I will continue from the last class. Last class I have started new chapter, Atomic Structure. Actually I am reviewing the atomic structure. Already I have discussed in details this chapter. Now I am reviewing this chapter. Only important points will be discussed, and these points will be important for all examination, maybe medical, maybe engineering. Now I am going to start. Last class I have given idea for electromagnetic spectrum. The arrangement of what is electromagnetic spectrum? The arrangement of different electromagnetic radiation in order of increasing wavelength or decreasing frequency is called electromagnetic spectrum. Here you should know that wavelength and frequency are inversely related. If frequency is more, wavelength will be less. If frequency is less, wavelength will be more. Then the arrangement of different electromagnetic radiation in order of increasing wavelength or decreasing frequency is called electromagnetic spectrum. And here in the diagram you can see that this radiation is arranged according to frequency and wavelength, increasing wavelength and decreasing frequency. Then here cosmic rays you can see. Cosmic rays, what is its wavelength? Range of wavelength for cosmic rays, that is also called lambda. Wavelength means lambda in meter. In meter, that is its range is 10 to the power minus 16 to 10 to the power minus 14 meter. Correct? This is the lambda, means wavelength of cosmic rays, means very, very less. Wavelength is very, very less. The very less means high energy, highest energy you can tell. Highest energy and frequency both are directly related. More the energy, more the frequency. Then here in the term of wavelength, I am telling you cosmic rays, its range is 10 to the power minus 16 to 10 to the power minus 14. And after that gamma rays, its wavelength will be little more and energy will be little less than cosmic rays. Cosmic rays has highest energy or highest frequency, but wavelength will be minimum, least. Then second come to the gamma rays. Gamma rays, its wavelength is between 10 to the power minus 14 to 10 to the power minus 12. Gamma rays, its wavelength is between 10 to the power minus 14 to 10 to the power minus 12. And X-rays, third position is X-rays. Then its wavelength is between 10 to the power minus 12 to the 10 to the power minus 10, or up to it will go to up to the 10 to the power 8, 10 to the power 8. 10 to the power minus 12 to 10 to the power 8. That is the X-rays. Okay. And fourth position is ultraviolet rays, UV rays. Then UV rays, its frequency is between 10 to the power minus 8 to 10 to the power minus 6. Correct? This is the UV rays, ultraviolet rays. And here again you should know, after that ultraviolet rays, this visible rays comes. That is between 10 to the power less than ultraviolet rays. Its wavelength is more, not less, more than UV rays, and less than infrared. Means just 10 to the power minus 5 you can tell, to 10 to the power minus 10 to the power minus 7 to 10 to the power minus 5. That is actually range of visible range. And in terms of, I will tell in terms of frequency also, but just you, for visual range, it comes, it will be in between the UV and infrared. Between UV and infrared means frequency will be, not frequency, wavelength will be, I am telling just in wavelength lambda. Then its wavelength will be between UV rays and infrared. Then UV rays wavelength will be less and infrared will be more. In between that visual range comes, and wavelength you can tell that 10 to the power minus 7 to 10 to the power minus 5. Correct? And visual range is, or you can in term of, you can say exact in nanometer. In a nanometer, its range will be 380 to 760. That is the wavelength, 380 to 760 in terms of nanometer. And visual rays consist of 7 color. 7 color like violet, indigo, blue, green, yellow, orange and red. 7 colors. And also in shortcut it is called VIBGYOR. 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 V means violet. After that I means indigo, B means blue. In the middle actually 7 colors are there, then green is coming in the middle. First 3 are violet, indigo, blue. After that in the middle means fourth is green. After that 3 are there, yellow, orange and red, YOR, hence VIBGYOR. It is also called VIBGYOR, and its wavelength is between 380 nanometer to 760 nanometer. Correct? And in term of frequency, now I am telling you, same means cosmic rays, gamma rays, X-rays, visual, after that infrared, after that macro rays, and last is radio wave. You remember, there are, you can say, cosmic rays, highest energy, second position is gamma rays, third position is X-rays, fourth position is UV, fifth position is visual, sixth position infrared, 7 macro rays, and 8 radio rays. You remember, radio rays or radio wave. Radio wave is least energy and cosmic rays highest energy, or in the term of wavelength, cosmic rays least wavelength, and radio highest wavelength, but in energy reverse. Then now I'm talking about the frequency. In terms of frequency, cosmic rays is coming under 10 to the power 24 to 10 to the power 22. Means 10 to the power 22 to 24. That is the cosmic rays, highest frequency. Second position is of gamma rays. That is 20 to 22. 10 to the power 20 to 22. And after that X-rays, 10 to the power 18 to 10 to the power 20. And UV rays, 16 to 18. 10 to the power 16 to 10 to the power 18. And visible, that is the 10 to the power, means 14 to 16. 10 to the power 14 to 10 to the power 16. You remember. Visible range, you remember, 10 to the power 14 to 10 to the power 16. And after that, visible, now infrared, 10 to the power 10 to 10 to the power 14. Range is more. 10 to the power 10 to the 10 to the power 14. After that, micro rays comes, or microwave. That is, its range is 10 to the power 7 to 10 to the power 10. 7 to 10. Correct? It will go up to 6 also. 6 to 10 you can tell. Micro rays or microwave. And radio wave, 10 to the power 4 to 10 to the power 5. Now see that cosmic rays has highest energy or highest frequency, 10 to the power 20 to 10 to the power 24, and radio is least, 10 to the 4 to power 10 to the power 4 to 10 to the power 6. Then this arrangement of radiation, either in increasing order of wavelength or decreasing frequency, is called electromagnetic spectrum. Now next point, I am discussing wave number, mu bar. Mu is the frequency, and one small line if you will put upside, then that is the wave number. Wave number is the reciprocal of wavelength. Reciprocal means reverse of wavelength. 1 upon lambda. 1 upon lambda is called wave number. Means sign of frequency and upside bar. On a line you can put frequency bar. That is equal to 1 upon lambda. And this is called wave number. What is this wave number? Then it gives the, what is the meaning I am talking about? It gives the number of wavelength. Number of wavelength in 1 centimeter. Just like you can tell, a scooter will run fast, correct? Then its circumference means 1 wavelength. Its circumference, just if you measure the circumference, then circumference means now from 1 point total you put 1 thread, you start from 1 and then again you just covering the entire circumference, you just come to the same point and measure that length. Make the thread straight and measure it. That is the actually total length. Total length means in one, if you can say vehicle will run 1 time only, then how much distance it is covering. That is just like equal to 1 wavelength. 1 wavelength means 1 rotation. 1 rotation means 1 wavelength. That you remember. Then now just these wavelengths are very small. These radiations are very small. Then in 1 centimeter it can rotate many times. In 1 centimeter it can rotate 200 times, 300 times, 400 times. Correct? Because that is very small. very fast it can rotate. Then in 1 centimeter, how many times it is rotating? Means it gives the wave number, is the number of wavelength in 1 centimeter. Number of wavelength in 1 centimeter. Okay, just like you can tell in 1 kilometer how many times a scooter wheel will run. Like that situation, here actually wavelength is very small. Hence in 1 centimeter, how many times it is rotating. Hence you can tell number of wavelength in 1 centimeter. That is called wave number. Now come to the Planck quantum theory. According to Planck's quantum theory, the energy is emitted or absorbed not continuously but discontinuously in the form of packets of energy, and these packets of energy is called quanta. A quantum of light is called a photon. A quantum of light is called photon. Again you listen. According to Planck's quantum theory, the energy is emitted or absorbed not continuously but discontinuously in the form of packets, of energy, that is called quanta. A quantum of light is called a photon. Okay, but here according to electromagnetic wave theory, the energy is emitted from any source continuously. Don't confuse. According to electromagnetic wave theory, the energy is emitted from any source continuously and consists of electric and magnetic fields oscillating perpendicular to each other and in the direction of propagation. But here, according to Planck quantum theory, the energy is emitted or absorbed not continuously but discontinuously in the form of packets of energy called quanta. A quanta of light is called a photon. And its energy, what is the energy? Then energy E, that is equal to h nu. Quanta energy or photon energy, how will you calculate? What is formula to calculate? Then E is equal to h nu. Okay, this is the formula. E is equal to h nu, where h is Planck constant. Its value is equal to 6.62 into 10 to the power minus 27 erg second. Or you can tell in the place of erg, you can write joule. 10 to the power 7 is equal to 1, erg is equal to 1 joule. 10 to the power 7, erg is equal to 1 joule. Hence you can write in both terms. Then Planck constant, its value is 6.h, small h is equal to 6.62 into 10 to the power minus 27 erg second. Or in joule, how much? 6.62 into 10 to the power minus 34 joule second. Correct? Minus 27, just to add 7, it will become 34 in joule, because this erg you have written in joule. Then 10 to the power 7 erg is equal to 1 joule. Hence now 27 minus 27, now it became minus 34. Okay. Now next point, emission spectra. Emission spectra. When the light emitted, what is the emission spectra? I am telling you. When the light emitted, means coming out, when the light emitted from some source is directly passed onto a prism and then received on a photographic film after dispersion, the spectrum is called emission spectrum. Suppose from any source light is emitting, coming out, and this light is passing through prism. Then after passing the prism, if light will be seen on any screen, then that is called dispersed light. Dispersed light, and process is called dispersion. Then that dispersed light is called emission spectrum. That spectrum, dispersed light, is called a spectrum. That spectrum is called emission spectrum. Again you listen carefully. When the light emitted from some source is directly passed onto a prism and then received on a photographic film after dispersion, the spectrum is called emission spectrum. Now different types of emission spectrum is there. What are that types? I am telling you. Types of emission spectra. If the source of light emits white light, if the source of light emits white light, as example, sun, 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 or bulb, the spectrum consists of 7 bands. Means if white light it will pass through the prism, you will get, it will disperse into 7 color. Vibgyor. Vibgyor means violet, indigo, blue, green, yellow, orange and red. Okay, it will break into 7 colors lying continuously, and the spectrum is called continuous spectrum. Correct? These seven color light lying continuously, and this light, this 7 colors light lying continuously is called continuous spectrum, because they are lying continuously. 7 color. The spectrum consists of 7 bands of colors. 7 bands of colors. Vibgyor, lying continuously, and this spectrum is called continuous spectrum. If some volatile salt, now another term I am telling you, if some volatile salt is placed in a Bunsen flame or electric discharge, and after that light is passed through a gas at low pressure, and the light emitted, then after that, after passing this light to the gas, then it will emit a light. Remember, again I am telling you, if some volatile salt is placed in a Bunsen flame, means you are heating, or on electric discharge, and after that light will emit. After first you are heating, if some volatile salt is placed in a Bunsen flame or electric discharge, is passed through a gas at low pressure, gas pressure is low, and after that from that gas light will come out, and the light emitted, means coming out, is resolved through a prism. Means if you will pass this light through a prism, means light coming from the gas, you are passing through a prism. Then again you will see some spectrum. You will get some spectrum. The spectrum consists of number of bright lines. Number of bright lines against a dark background, and is called line spectra or atomic spectra. This is important. Means this light came from the gas, and you have passed through the prism. Then a spectrum you got, and that spectrum is called line spectra or atomic spectra. In gas, atoms are present, don't forget. Now, next, absorption spectra. What is absorption spectra? Now I am telling you. When white light is passed through the solution or vapors of a chemical substances. Actually, in the beginning, what you have done, you have taken solid, correct? Salt you have taken, correct? Now here salt you are not taking. What you are taking? Here gas you are using, a volatile compound, vapor you are using. Okay. There, earlier what I told you, in that sunlight or bulb light, that I told you source. And this atomic spectra, I told you, giving example of volatile salt. Volatile salt, when you have heated, means when you have placed on a Bunsen flame. But now here you can see, when white light is passed through the solution. Through the solution means liquid or vapors of a chemical substance and then analyzed by a spectroscope. Then what you will find? Some dark line are observed in the otherwise continuous spectrum at the background. The spectrum thus observed is called absorption spectrum. Means this time this solution or vapors of the chemical will absorb some light. That's why you will get dark. If nothing is there, then you will get dark. Okay, again you listen carefully. Absorption spectra, when a white light is passed through the solution or vapors of a chemical substance and then analyzed by a spectroscope, then dark lines are observed in the otherwise continuous spectrum at the background. The spectrum thus observed is called absorption spectrum. Means dark line what you are getting. The dark lines are observed. If dark line will be not there, then you will get continuous spectrum at the background. Okay, then this dark line is due to absorption. Some dark lines are observed. Okay, the spectrum thus observed is called absorption spectrum. These dark lines are observed at the same wavelength where the colored lines were obtained in the emission spectrum. Difference you understand. In emission spectrum, colored line you will get, Vibgyor 7 color you will get in case of emission spectrum. But in absorption you will get dark line. Okay, these dark lines are observed at the same wavelength in case of absorption spectrum, where colored lines were obtained in the emission spectrum of same substance. Okay. Now next point I am discussing. Every element gives a characteristics line spectrum. Very, very important. Only due to that you can tell all elements are different, because every element gives a characteristics line spectra. Hence in a spectroscopy you are getting a different color characteristic line spectrum you will get, and because for each element this is a fixed, hence you can tell this is a different element, this is the different element. Every element gives a characteristic line spectrum differing from line spectra of all other elements. Hence, it is like a fingerprint of the element. Just like our print, every person has a fixed specific fingerprint. No two person will have same thumb finger thumb, that is all thumb will give a print. Fingerprint, what we are telling, that is for each person. For each person it is a fixed. No two person can have same fingerprint. And like that way, all elements have means fixed characteristic line spectrum. Fixed. Other electron can't have. Other element can't have. Okay, this is the important point. Then this is actually a spectrum. These spectra of is called actually just like a fingerprint of the element. Every element gives a characteristic line spectrum differing from line spectra of all other elements. Hence, it is like a fingerprint of the element. Next point. In case of atoms, the energies are emitted or absorbed during electronic transition only, thereby giving lines in the spectrum. Hence, their spectrum is called line spectrum or atomic spectrum. Correct? In case of atoms, listen carefully, these are important points. In case of atoms, the energies are emitted or absorbed during electronic transition only, thereby giving lines in the spectrum. Hence, their spectrum is called line spectrum or atomic spectrum. Always line spectrum will take place in case of atomic atom. In case of atom only, you will get line spectrum. Okay, question is asked. And other, in case of molecules, in case of atom, line spectrum. But in case of molecules, what? In case of molecules, energies are absorbed. Energies are absorbed for rotational, vibrational, and electronic transition. Three type of rotation takes place. First rotational, second vibrational, third electronic transition. These are the transition: rotational transition, vibrational transition, electronic transition. Then in case of molecules, energies are absorbed for rotational, vibrational, and electronic transition, thereby producing groups of lines. Groups of lines, because in molecules many atoms will be there, more than one at least, maybe 2, 3, 4, 5. Hence, it produces groups of lines called bands, BANDS, called bands, and their spectrum is called band spectrum. It means in case of molecules, you will get band spectrum, but in case of atomic spectrum, you will get line spectrum. This is the difference. The line spectrum of hydrogen consists of, there will be series, many series are there. Line spectrum series, I am telling you. The line spectrum of hydrogen consists of Lyman, Balmer, Paschen, Brackett, Fund, P is silent, Fund, PFUND, Fund, and Humphrey, HUMPHREY, Humphrey series. These are the series: Lyman series, Balmer series, Paschen series, Brackett series. Brackett is fourth. After that, fund series, fifth, and last is Humphrey series. These series are asked in examination. The first series lies in the ultraviolet, means Lyman series you will find in ultraviolet regions. Second, that is the Balmer, BALMER, Balmer you will get in visible region. These two are asked in examination. And next two in the infrared region, means after Lyman and Balmer, Lyman is in ultraviolet. Correct, because these will be close to nucleus, hence more energy is required. Then you will appear in more energy, means UV rise, UV region, Lyman, which is closer to nucleus, that you will find. Second is Balmer, that is the visible. In visible you will find this series. And Paschen and bracket series, where you will get? Then you will get in the infrared region. Correct? Then 4 I told you. First Lyman you will get in UV range, UV region. Balmer you will get in visible. And Paschen and bracket, when third and fourth, you will get in the infrared region. And the last two, Fund and Humphrey, PFUND, Fund, P is silent, and Humphrey you will get in the, again you will get infrared, far infrared. When you will get Paschen and bracket, you will get in infrared. And the last two, Fund and Humphrey, you will get in far infrared region. Questions are asked. Now come to the next term. Rydberg formula, RYDBERG, 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 Rydberg's formula. How will you calculate? That is the this. You have to actually, by use of this, you can calculate wave number. How? Which formula? That formula is very, very important. Then Rydberg formula for calculation of wave number of lines. If lines are there, then they will have wave number. Some wave number will be there. Line have wave number. Then how will you calculate? Then for calculation of wave number of lines in the hydrogen spectrum is wave number nu bar is equal to R, capital R, inside bracket 1 upon N1 square minus 1 upon N2 square. Then what is the N1, what is the N2, or what is the R? R, capital R, that is called Rydberg constant, and its value is per centimeter 109,677. Question is asked, R value. Again I am telling you, this is a 6 digit, 109 and then 677. You remember, 109,677 per centimeter. This is the value of Rydberg constant R. And now N1, N2 I am telling you. For Lyman series, N1 is equal to 1, means first orbit. Okay. First orbit means less, N1 means less, you can say orbit, and N2 means more number of orbit. Okay, bigger orbit. Then in Lyman series, N1 is equal to 1 and N2 may be 2, 3 or 4. Orbit number 2, orbit number 3, orbit number 4. Correct? Then but N1 must be 1. N1 is equal to 1 and N2 may be 2, 3, 4, 5 like this. Then in this formula, this wave number is equal to r, and in bracket outside r in bracket 1 upon n1 square minus n2 square. Then in this case, in case of Lyman series, n is equal to 1, then 1 square, and n2 may be 2, 3, 4, means more than 1. Any value more than 1. If 2 is there, then 2 square, 2 square. If 3 is there, 3 square. And for then for n1, for Lyman series, n1 is equal to 1. And for Balmer series, n1 is equal to 2. And n2 is equal to what? More than 2. 3, 4, 5, 6. Correct? Balmer means n1 is equal to 2. And Lyman means n1 is equal to 1. Then greater than 1, all are n2. And here, if you can, in Balmer series, n1 is equal to 2. And then above 2, greater than 2, all are called n2. n2 may be 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, like that. And Paschen series, n1 is equal to 3 and greater than 3, all are called n2. Means n2 may be 4, 5, 6, 7. Like that way, bracket, fourth series, n1 is equal to 4 and n2 is equal to more than 4. 5, 6, 7 means electrons will jump from higher to lower energy. From higher to lower energy. In first case, from second to first, or second, third, fourth was there, na? Finally it will come to lower, means 1. And in case of Balmers, n1 is equal to 2, then from 3, 4, 5, 6, whatever be, it will come to 2. And in Paschen, it will come to 3, means 4, 5, 6, from 4, 5, 6, any value from that, it will finally come to n barabar, n equal to 3. And for bracket, it will come to n is equal to 4, from 5, 6, 7, n is equal to 5, 6, 7, more than 4. Like that way, front series, n1 is equal to 5, n2 is equal to greater than 5, 6, 7, 8, like that. And Humphrey series, n1 is equal to 6. See, 1, 1 it is increasing. Humphrey is 6. Then n2 will be, n1 is 6, then n2 will be greater, more than 6. Greater than 6 means 7, 8, 9, like that. Okay. Then this, you will ask orbit number, how many orbits are there. Then it is not, that depends upon requirement. It will be automatically opened. Okay. It depends upon what type of atom you are using. Generally, this 6, 7 might be maximum, but now it depends upon the what type of atoms are there. Accordingly, orbit number will be there. Balmer series. Now more about Balmer series. Balmer formula is for lines in the visible region. Okay, this is again question is asked. Already I told you. Balmer formula is for lines in the visible region. And for this wave number, that is equal to r, in bracket, you are talking about Balmer series, second, then 2, n1 is equal to 2, and n1 is equal to 2 and n2 is equal to more than 2. Then you can write wave number is equal to r, in bracket 1 upon 2 square minus 1 upon n square, where n is equal to 3, 4, 5. N may be 3, n may be 4, n may be 5, n may be 6, etc. Okay. Now one more point today I want to discuss, that is the Bohr's model. Bohr's model, B-O-H-R-S, Bohr's model. What is a Bohr's model? Now I am telling you. Bohr's model of atom is based upon Planck's quantum theory. Question is asked. Bohr's model of atom is based upon Planck's quantum theory. The main postulates of these models are as follows. First, 3 points are there, you remember. First point, electron revolves only in certain definite orbits. Electrons revolve only in certain definite orbits around the nucleus. These are called stationary states. Means these different orbits are called stationary states because they have fixed energy. All orbits are energies of all orbits are fixed. That's why it is called stationary states, because they have fixed energies, and these are called K, L, M, N, etc. These are the orbits. Orbits name K, L, capital K, capital L, capital M, capital N, etc. These are the orbits. Now second point, electrons revolve only in those orbits. It will not revolve in all. Electrons revolve only in those orbits for which angular momentum, what is angular momentum? MVR, mass into velocity into radius. Where electrons are there, how much far from the nucleus, that is the R. Okay, radius. Because if you consider orbit as a sphere, a spherical orbit, then R is the radius, V is the velocity, M is the mass of electron. Okay, then electrons revolve only in those orbits for which angular momentum is an integral multiple of h upon 2 pi. Integral multiple of h upon 2 pi means m into b into r, mvr is equal to n, small n, into h upon 2 pi, into h upon 2 pi. This is very, very important relation. You must remember. mvr means angular momentum is equal to n, small n, that is the number of orbit, n. First orbit, second orbit, third orbit, like that. mvr is equal to n, h upon 2 pi, n into h upon 2 pi, that is mvr. Okay, third important point, energy is emitted or absorbed only when electron jumps from one orbit to another. That is third important point. Energy is emitted or absorbed only when an electron jumps from one orbit to another. Electron does not flow here, it will directly jump. If they will get energy, only then it will jump from one orbit to the other. Okay, the energy is emitted when it will come from higher to lower, it will emit. When it will go from the lower to higher, it will absorb. Then energy is emitted or absorbed only when an electron jumps from one orbit to another. Then now I am stopping only here. Next class again I will continue. Thank you.